Hey, what's going on, guys? Chronis Gaming back with another brand new video. In this video, I'm going to be bringing you guys top 10 most annoying and frustrating cards in Clash Royale. So without further ado, let's get started. So the first card on this list is obviously the Royal Giant. The Royal Giant is by far one of the most annoying, overused, and low skill cards ever. You seriously place it down, maybe get an Electro Wizard behind it on minions, and then that's your tower. Electro Wizard stuns the Inferno tower, and then you place the, the minions to distract the Inferno tower if you don't have the Electro Wizard in cycle. So, that's why I hate the Royal Giant, Royal Giant. It's got so much health, the damage is maybe 300, I don't know if that's a lot or not, but the hit points are 4,000 or something. They're really, really high. And before I go into the second and the rest, these are not in order except for the Royal Giant. The next card I'm gonna say and the card after that. So the second card is obviously the Elite Barbarians. The Elite Barbarians are kind of in the same boat of the Royal Giant. The Royal Giant is overpowered. It's got a lot of health. That's why it's overpowered. But the Elite Barbarians, oh boy, they got too much health. For something that's 6 elixir, I reckon it should not have that much health. And it runs to, actually the speed is alright. The damage, what's the damage? Let me go check the damage. So the damage is something crazy, absolutely crazy. Let's check it. Damage, 307 damage. And how much, what's it, 1.5 seconds. That's 307 damage, every couple of seconds. So, I don't know how people can, use the card, beat someone, and then laugh, and then say thanks. When I beat Elite Barbarians Royal Giants, I just spam the hell out of thanks and laughter and crying faces because they so deserve it. Alright, so now on to the third card, which is for scumbags, the Furnace. The Furnace, you just place it, spawns those fire fricks, and then they just jump to your tower. If the Furnace is not a high enough level, then it's actually not that, it's pretty bad. Because, the fire spirits can't make it to your tower one-shots them, but the one time that you verse someone that is a higher level Furnace, and they always get to your tower, and you always get smashed by the Furnace. Now, the fourth card is the Rocket. The Rocket is, and so it's not that bad or good. It's just annoying when you hear this at the end of a game. I have the Rocket in this deck. Can I have it first? Yep. It's just annoying when you hear the Rocket right now at the end of the game. You just hear this. Wait, let me turn up the volume. Like this. And after you hear that noise, you know you are screwed, absolutely destroyed, because my Rocket does 541 tower damage, and I'm gonna try and get it to level 9 where it does 600 damage. Now, let's go to another replay. We'll go this one. The fifth card. The fifth card, I'll say it, it's the heal spell. The heal spell is on a 50-50 for me, because since it's a new card, people know how to counter it. It's not that hard. We can't counter a spell, but once the person uses it as a surprise card, you know how to counter it in quotes to counter the next one, because you zap minions and you're a minion who yes, positive elixir trap. Then they heal their minions up and you're oh, that's sick. I'll just use a princess. And then you realize that they placed a miner in all of that, and you're oh, princess is shooting the miner. That's sick. I never wanted the princess to actually shoot the one shot that actually does damage. Alright. Oh my god, I'm getting heated in all of this. Let's go to number 6, the Bowler. The Bowler, oh my, it has a lot of health. And the thing is that when I use this deck, all the time, this Princess Goblin Barrel Log Bait, because it's just very good, with the Rocket. I know how to use it very, very well. But when someone comes up against the Bowler, this deck does not work. This deck is absolutely bad, terrible when you verse a Bowler. Sometimes I can manage to pick up a win, but most of the time I don't. So, and the Bowler, sometimes I'll give up on this deck. I'm okay, let's just have fun. Let's try a Hog Rider deck. I use a Hog Rider deck, and then bam, straight away someone has a Bowler, and my Hog Rider only gets 2 swings off. Now, let's go on to the 6th card, which is the Electro Wizard. Now, the Electro Wizard is on a 50-50 for me. The Electro Wizard is kind of good, but kind of not. It's, I don't know, seems that it can zap, it's really good with Hog Riders and Royal Giants and, tanks and Giants and stuff, because it can zap the Inferno Tower, Inferno gets reset, and then the giant can bash at that, or Royal Giant, Hog Rider, whatever, can bash at that Inferno Tower, and then your tower is destroyed. So unless if you have an Inferno Tower and then say minions, that the Electro Wizard is pretty bad. Just place minions on top of that Electro Wizard, and then that Electro Wizard is absolutely dead. Now let's go on to number 8. Wait, 8, 9, yeah, 8. But the Barbarians. Now the Barbarians are normally paired in Barbarian decks, Barbarian decks, in Hog Rider decks, and Royal Giant decks, and sometimes normal Giant decks. They're like the Barbarians are very, very annoying for people who use a Hog Rider, because you place the Hog Rider, and then they place Barbarians, and then the Hog Rider jumps left, and right, and the Hog Rider just doesn't get to the tower, like, at all. It's just, like, since it's, like, they're so compacted together that the Hog Rider just can't go through them. My idea, if you, like, want to, for example, nerf the card, is the middle Barbarian, like, the middle lane of where the Barbarians stand, the left side and the right side should be split a little bit, so the Hog Rider has a less time of trouble of actually getting to the tower. Now, let's go number 9. We just spoke about this card, the Hog Rider. So the Hog Rider is, you know, it's like that card that is like really well balanced that it makes it overpowered, but it's not overpowered, if that makes any sense. Like, it's so well rounded and balanced, like everyone uses it. It just gets, yeah, that's the word, repetitive. It just gets really, really repetitive of when people use the card. So that is why I do not like the Hog Rider. And then when I use a Tornado, like their Hog Riders, since they're like level 9 and stuff, they absolutely destroy my Crown Tower. My Crown Tower's lost like 2,000, like 1,000 health, just because I tornadoed a Hog Rider into my Crown Tower. Like, level 9 Hog Riders are very, very deadly. Let's go on to number 10. So number 10 is like a combination, like, for example, the Goblin Knight and the Barbarian Knight. So the Goblin Knight is mainly used in Royal Giant decks, I see, and Giant decks, and of course Spawner decks. Same with the Barbarian Knight. The Barbarian Knight has a lot of HP. Though, the Barbarian Knight, I think by memory, on like level 9, it has like 2,000, 3,000 hit points. Let's go upgrade, show tournament. Yeah, almost 2,000 hit points at level 9. And most people have him level 10 and level 11. That makes it like 3,600 hit points on a Barbarian Knight. Now, the good thing is that I kind of know when to use the rocket. Like, when the Barbarians go and they like cross, if they place the Barbarian Knight at the back of behind my main like archer tower thing, I know when the Barbarians reach the bridge, I rocket the tower and the Barbarian Knight, and I hit all 4 of them. Barbarian Knight, Archer Tower, Archer Tower, and the 2 Barbarians that are coming out. And then no Barbarians should spawn, but sometimes people place them like right in the middle of the base, like, for example, like it's really obvious of where people place it. Can I get the Inferno Tower? So they place it like this, and then they just keep coming, and then they place a Furnace, and then they place a Goblin Knight. The Goblin Knight is, I can like one-hit rocket that, but people place the Goblin Knight like always in the middle of their base because it pulls Giants, it pulls everything, and it distracts like Hog Riders, Giants, and Royal Giants. So these are by far the 10 most repetitive, overused cards in the game. I'm not saying most of them are overpowered, except for the Royal Giant, LA Bubs, and Furnace. Those 3 cards are super overpowered, but those 3 cards are super overpowered. Like, not super, but like they're overpowered, overused. Supercell, don't kill them, but absolutely nerf. Like, the Royal Giant, nerf the hit points. Elite Barbarians, nerf the hell out of their damage or something, their hit points or something. One of those. And then the Furnace is just a repetitive, annoying card anyways. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did agree with all these 10 cards that I said in this video, be sure to drop a like. And if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys later.